Most people imagine running out of money in retirement as a sudden disaster. They picture a dramatic moment when the bank balance hits zero. Panic sets in and everything falls apart at once. But that's not how it usually happens. In real life, running out of money doesn't begin with fear. It begins with comfort. It begins with relief. It begins with the quiet belief that the hardest part of life is finally over. The first days of retirement feel almost perfect. There is no alarm clock, no pressure to rush, no deadlines waiting at the door. Mornings are slow, afternoons are calm, and evenings feel earned. You look at your savings and feel proud. You tell yourself this is what all those years of work were for. And for a while, the numbers agree with you. Everything looks stable. That's when the danger quietly takes root because nothing feels urgent anymore. One type of retiree believes life will follow a new timeline. They plan their money around an age instead of a reality. Somewhere deep down, they assume retirement won't last that long. Maybe 20 years, maybe less. So they spend more freely in the beginning. Travel comes first. Comfort comes first. Experiences feel more important than caution. They tell themselves they'll slow down later. But later always arrives faster than expected. Health changes, medical costs appear without warning. Energy fades, and suddenly the money that once felt endless starts to feel fragile, not because of reckless choices, but because of optimism that was never questioned. Another retiree believes consistency equals safety. They don't change spending habits. They don't revisit assumptions. They withdraw the same amount year after year, trusting the plan they made long ago. Inflation quietly raises prices. Bills slowly grow heavier. Small increases compound into something serious. But because the changes happen gradually, they're easy to ignore. Everything still feels normal until one day the numbers don't make sense anymore. And by then, the ability to adjust has already shrunk. There is also the retiree who trusts the market more than reality. They've lived through good years and bad years. They've seen recoveries. They believe growth will always arrive right on time.
We're making
so
bank.
They stay heavily invested.
This dip
Confident
is
that
nothing,
patience will
just
solve
a blip.
everything. But
It'll
retirement
bounce
timing
back, you'll
can be
see.
unforgiving. A few bad market years early on, combined with regular withdrawals, can permanently damage a portfolio. The market may recover, but the money taken out during losses never comes back. What once felt like confidence slowly turns into quiet anxiety. Some retirees avoid money altogether. After decades of working, they're tired of numbers. They don't track spending. They don't review accounts. They assume that if nothing feels wrong, nothing is wrong. But money doesn't disappear suddenly in retirement, it erodes. Subscriptions continue. Lifestyle creep sneaks in. Comfort replaces awareness. And without attention, even strong savings weaken quietly until they finally demand attention at the worst possible time. Then there's the retiree who gives without limits. Family has always come first. Helping a child feels natural. Supporting grandchildren feels meaningful. Saying no feels selfish. But retirement doesn't forgive generosity without boundaries. Every gift pulls directly from a future that no longer has income to refill it. Over time, love becomes a financial risk, not because caring is wrong, but because sustainability was never considered. What makes all of these paths so dangerous is that none of them feel like mistakes while they're rehappening. Each decision feels reasonable. Each choice feels justified. That is why so many retirees don't realize they're in trouble until the options are gone. Retirement failure doesn't announce itself loudly. It whispers, it waits. It blends into daily life until it can no longer be ignored. The media loves to focus on big numbers, scary numbers, average numbers that make people panic. But numbers without behavior don't tell the real story. Two retirees can start with the same savings and end up in completely different places. One adapts, one adjusts. One stays aware, the other assumes. And assumption is one of the most expensive habits in retirement. The retirees who don't run out of money aren't always the richest. They're the most attentive. They review the situation regularly. They change when reality changes. They understand that retirement isn't a finish line. It's a long phase of life with its own rules. A living system that requires honesty, flexibility, and humility. The real danger isn't retiring without enough money. It's retiring without awareness. Because when awareness fades, control slowly disappears. And when control is gone, fear returns right at the moment. Life was supposed to feel peaceful. The most dangerous retirees aren't careless. They aren't foolish. They're comfortable. And comfort, when left unchecked, is often the fastest way to run out of money on time when it matters the most.